Next up, we'd like to hear PCS or CS for House Bill 385, the Safe Exchange of Minor Children, by Representatives Rudman and Cassell. You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Vice Chair, Ranking Member. Members of the committee, a lot of you might remember this bill from last year's version. Y'all probably remember it as the Purple Light Bill. This is that bill that provides for at least one safe custody exchange location in each county of the state. Such location will be in the parking lot of a sheriff's station or substation. It will be signified by the presence of a purple light, and it will have video monitoring capability 24/7. And of course, it will be a well-lit place. This is that bill that was approved unanimously through committee last year, as well as approved unanimously in the House. There are, in my opinion, three important changes to this year's version. However, three what I think are improvements, and I'll notify you of those. Number one, this year's version of the bill allows the sheriffs to determine the precise location of the custody exchange location instead of the county commissioners. Number two, in terms of who gets to use the location or which location or when they use the location, we're putting that squarely under the jurisdiction of the courts. So in other words, whenever there's discussion of a parenting plan, whenever a parenting plan is being created, revised, changed, modified, the courts must consider the location of these safe exchange locations. And finally, and most importantly, if you have someone who is filling out a petition for protection from domestic violence, on that form now, there will be a box that the applicant can check to ask the court that future custody exchanges take place at the secure location. Mr. Chairman, that's the bill.
Thank you. Are there questions on the bill? Representative Chambliss, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Representative Rudman, Representative Cassell. Definitely, this is a great bill. I do have a question. In Miami-Dade County, we do not have a sheriff, and we will have a sheriff after the next election. So what is the, and forgive me for not reading the whole thing, what is the effective date of the bill?
You're recognized.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the effective date will be July 1st.
You have a follow-up?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, sir. Is there any way to see how that would affect Miami-Dade County, and so that Miami-Dade County, upon effective date, would also be able to participate in the program compared to us waiting until, you know, our sheriff is actually in office, which would be post-November 2024?
You're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And that is an excellent question. And it has actually been brought to my attention previously, the particular situation in Miami-Dade. That's just a wording issue. I would say it would probably fall upon your current designee. That would be the person who would decide.
Any further questions? All right, seeing none, are there amendments on the bill? Seeing none, is there public testimony? All right, we've got a few cards here. First up, from the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office, Roman Jackson. Major Jackson, you're recognized.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Major Roman Jackson. I stand before you as a representative for Sheriff Bob Johnson of Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office, urging your support for the proposed legislation by Dr. Rudman, the Cassie Carley bill. On March 28th, 2022, our community was rocked by the disappearance of Cassie Carley, a young, vibrant mother scheduled to meet her child's father on Navarre Beach the day prior. Cassie vanished, and the subsequent investigation led our detectives across 3 states, 1,500 miles before discovering her lifeless body in a shallow grave in Springville, Alabama. Cassie's ex and the father of her child, Marcus, was indicted for her kidnapping, resulting in the death. The pain of losing Cassie and the horrifying circumstances surrounding her death are etched in our hearts. It's a stark reminder of the issues and the challenges that parents face during child custody exchanges. By supporting the Cassie Carley bill, we not only honor the memory of a young life cut short, but we also take a concrete action to safeguard parents and childs alike. These secure exchange points will serve as beacons of safety, offering peace of mind to parents and navigating the complexities of shared custody. It is our collective responsibility as representatives of the people to address the issue head-on. Let us not turn a blind eye and have another incident like Cassie's occur. We must advocate for comprehensive measures to ensure that the safety of exchanges, protecting vulnerable families from harm, and let us unite in support of this vital bill, acknowledging the need for a comprehensive system that prioritizes parents and children during the critical moments. The Cassie Carly bill is a beacon of hope, a promise to our community that we are committed in preventing further heartbreak. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Jackson. Next up, also a supporter of the bill, Mr. Barney Bishop. Thank you, Mr. Bishop. And from the Florida PTA, Nancy Lother. Thank you. From the Family Law section of the Florida Bar, Anya Stern. Ms. Stern, you recognize.
And members of the committee, my name is Anya Cintron Stern. I'm a family law attorney. I've been practicing approximately 15 years in Miami-Dade County. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Rudman for taking this tragic loss of Cassie Carly's life and bringing some hope, a sense of security, a sense of peace of mind to Florida's families. The family law section is extremely thankful for Dr. Rudman. For the past couple of years, in fact, he has intentfully, thoughtfully listened to the suggestions and concerns of the family law section. And over the last 2 years, this bill has truly been refined to ensure that the safety of their parents, safety of the children are at the forefront of these issues within family law. At the same time, this bill carefully considers the legal principles that we hold so dear, the principles of due process, the principles of an opportunity to be heard, the principles of notice, and we believe that it's satisfactorily met. This is a bill that the family law bench, the general magistrates, the family law judges will be able to enact, will be able to identify these high conflict families, and we'll be able to take some action to ensure that the exchanges are taking place in a safe and secure location. It is a bill that we believe that the family law judges will be able to bring forward carefully. Why? It's because it's not in the arena of the domestic violence injunction. It's not in the arena of the criminal courts. It's in the family court itself. So the judges are having the discretion to determine whether these families need to be at a safe exchange location or whether they need to be at a supervised visitation center, which has a little bit more third-party involvement in monitoring. In many of our high conflict cases, we have families exchanging children at public parking lots, such as Publix or grocery stores, CVS's, at drugstores, but they don't have the accountability to ensure that it is always well lit, that there is always video surveillance, but this bill does just that. So this is a very organic and natural build from Grayson's Law that was passed last year, and we hope that this committee understands how much this could really help Florida's families. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stern. Next up, we have Ms. Stacy Cole. Ms. Cole, you're recognized.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker and members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity and the honor to stand before you today. My name is Stacy Michelle Cole, and I'm here to advocate on behalf of HB 385 in honor of my dear friend, Cassie Carly. As you've already heard, Cassie was violently murdered by her child's father during a child custody exchange. Cassie was a bright light to everyone who knew her. She was highly educated. She was skilled in self-defense. She was a tower of strength as she fought her way through the family Florida court system, seeking a protection from abuse order that she was denied. Most importantly, Cassie was well aware of Marcus's violent tendencies, and she often said, if anything happens to me, it is him. On the day that Cassie went missing, she did everything correct. At the last minute when Marcus changed the location, she phoned a friend just 5 minutes prior to arriving in that dark, unlit, unsupervised, and scarcely populated parking lot. It wasn't enough. If HB 385 were in existence in March of 2022, Cassie would still be alive today. I am currently a Florida educator at Vernon Middle School, and my #1 goal for my students is to keep them safe. By saying yes to this bill, you are not only bringing honor and justice to my friend Cassie, but you are saving countless lives, including the lives of my students who will one day be Florida mothers and fathers. I believe that this bill needs to be a law in every state in our nation. I love living in Florida. I've only lived here for a few years, but I believe that Florida leads the way. Please say yes and illuminate a light for Cassie that every other state will follow. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any members that wish to debate on the bill? Vice Chair Overdorf, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. First of all, Representative Cassell and Dr. Rubman, thank you for bringing this forward. And I want everyone to remember that it's really about the kids first. They've been put in a situation that they have no control over whatsoever, and you're providing an opportunity to have that safe exchange. So I sincerely appreciate that. And this actually really rocked our district as well, most recently on December 30th when a young man was killed during a heated exchange of a child going back and forth between the parents. And so this is something that really hits home for me as well. So thank you for bringing this forward. Thank you for putting kids first, and also for this safe opportunity to exchange our children. Appreciate that.
Representative Payne, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for the bill. 100% supportive on the bill. Just want to know what else we can do to enhance the safety of these exchange locations. As the bill moves forward, maybe consider designating some specific spots. I want to talk to you offline about what those might be. Thank you.
I just want to say that, you know, many times we observe that bad facts will give us bad law, but sometimes when you have members working hard enough and you've got, you know, great support from the community and members and family and law enforcement, you can take bad, horrific facts and make good law, and I think that's what you've done here, so I appreciate that. And with that, you're recognized to close on the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, members of the committee, for hearing my bill. I've got my prime co-sponsor here with me because I wasn't sure I'd be able to get through the proceedings today. So this is a very emotional bill for me. I never had the pleasure to meet Cassie Carley, but y'all have to understand this tragedy happened on my beach. Matter of fact, it happened in a parking lot not 200 yards from where my son goes to the beach to play drums. The people on the search parties that were organized to search for Cassie Carley, those were friends of mine. So this bill is very personal to me. There was someone who wanted to be here today to testify from my district. Her name is Kirsty Sullivan. She's organized a Facebook page called Justice for Cassie Carley. I've been trying now for 2 years to get justice for Cassie Carley and to honor her memory. And I realize that here today, this committee can honor Cassie Carley by voting up on this bill and saving future Cassie Carleys. With that, I close.
Representative Rubin, having closed on the bill, Julia, please call the roll on PCS for CS for House Bill 385 and announce the vote.
Representatives Altman,
Yes.
Arrington,
Yes.
Barnaby,
Yes.
Botana,
Yes.
Bracy Davis,
Yes.
Brannon,
Yes.
Chamberlain has been excused, Chambliss,
Yes.
Gillimbardo, Gottlieb,
Yes.
Hart,
Yes.
Hinson has been excused, Jock,
Yes.
Joseph, Maggard,
Yes.
Maney,
Yes, ma'am.
Overdorf,
Yes, ma'am.
Payne,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Snyder, Stark,
Yes.
Truenow,
Yes.
Chair Gregory.
Yes.
21 yeas, 0 nays, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Congratulations. Show the bill reported favorably.